I spoke with Chris Gomez and Jalen Varela, both juniors here at Iona College, about languages and what they studied here, and they were able to give me some insight on what they chose to study here at Iona.
In college, I decided to take Italian because I thought Italian was an interesting language to learn, and I felt like it was an easy transition, even though I hadn't really taken a lot of formal classes in high school and college at that point. In Spanish, I felt like Italian would have been an easy transition based on what I did know in Spanish.
I took 2 semesters of Arabic. I've always had an interest for that language. I have a couple of family friends and relatives that are in the area and field of criminal justice, and they've always told me if your college has that language, you should take it. Not only is it interesting to learn, but you'll use it throughout your time if you decide to pursue a career in criminal justice.
After hearing what they had to say about the previous question, I was able to talk with them about the language as a whole and why it's taught in schools, and if they think that impacts the growth of the language as a whole.
Hispanic kids might have a lack of interest for the language in college, mainly because a majority of them, such as myself, were forced to take it in high school and just probably didn't want to pursue that language anymore.
I think Spanish is still taught in schools because Spanish is widely considered a very spoken language. There have been an increasing amounts of Spanish-speaking citizens in the United States and abroad. So I think Spanish as a economic language has been growing throughout the past century or so.
I believe that Spanish is taught in schools because Spanish is one of those languages that a majority of people speak today, and is one of those languages that you should know for a job or just to communicate with other people.
To wrap up the conversation, I had the guys talk about their parents' upbringings. So I had them talk about how the parents influenced them in school and what their goals was to raise these kids, because it's not easy for Hispanic students from New York City to make it to college.
My parents are both immigrants from DR, and they both came here and got their college degrees, and they got graduate school degrees. So when I was growing up, they sent me to Catholic school. They made sure that no matter what, I was going to college, it wasn't really an option, and that I was put in a position to be successful no matter what.
I went to a private Catholic school that was by Greenwich Village in Manhattan. So aside from me, there was only like maybe 3 or 4 at most other Hispanic kids there. But I never felt like I was at a disadvantage or something, because my parents have always told me that, if you just work really hard, just really put your mind to it, get your studies right and all that, you can literally do anything you want.
I think that being Hispanic, gave me a different attitude, a different drive, because you get the sense of this too, you see yourself kind of put in a disadvantage, but not really. You gravitate towards that culture and you feel empowered, knowing that you're not the only one in your position, and knowing that you have examples to be successful.
I'd like to thank Chris and Jalen for sharing their time for the purposes of this video. They set an example for inner city Hispanic youths to pursue college. They're the products of households where parents implemented good morals, and it is shown in their character. Hispanics, just like everyone else, they work hard for what they have. And hopefully this video shows not only insight into the lives of the 2 guys, but it shows how hard work and determination can help anyone succeed and overcome any obstacle, no matter where you're from.